Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Please hear this important information and breaking news. The Federal High Court, waiting for Abuja, they don't grant Mazen Namdekano's request to apply for access to the doctors and medical records. This one, it happened on Wednesday, this last Wednesday. The Federal High Court, last, they don't agree with Mazen Namdekano and the request made by the late counsel Mike Ozekome Sana. So anywhere where you dey, I beg make your heart totori you. Make you know say Mazi Okechukwu Namdekano, the Ohamadike one of Igbo land, no na self hand. And when he get mayor, and he must surely come out very soon to celebrate with the Biafrans. And I hear it, you get the point now. If you don't get the point, then better forget it. In case you are hearing my voice for the first time and you never subscribe to this channel, please endeavor to do that as soon as possible. My name still remains the one and only Okute Daily Talk. I never change you. I don't carry my kaya. I am landing now like Land Rover. And I'm coming from Bangladesh. According to my brother, Peter Obi. So let us take the headlines. It don't happen again, Our comedian presidential candidate, I know one call them, so he don't blow another one for Shogo, where he go for campaign rally. He can talk say every student, say you're 80 years, you will spend 80 years in school. So 8 years, you get 8 years job. If you spend 4 years in the school, you get only 4 years job and quit. Dino Malaye don't come out to bring another caricature. Dino Malaye mocks our Tunumbu over Gafe that students will spend 8 years in school. That is according to the news we get this morning from NigeriaNews.com in collaboration with the Punch and Guardian newspaper. Say Tunumbu's Balablu Blabas is an intentional swag, according to Ayodele Adewale. Hey, while I know the finish, this one is coming from Reno Omokiri. And I know this one. This our brother Wendo go exile for US. He dey there, just export things for Nigeria. He don't dey there say MNK office attack where they happen for the eastern region. He can't tell the IPOB what to do in the southeast. Say make them organize yourself, have one political party and begin to drag office for federal constituency. I be how you take column. But that one self no be the main issue. The main issue now be say our heart, the totally us say Mazen Namdekano last, he don't get the freedom to have his doctors attended to him. And this one is starting from today, that is Friday, being the third day in the month of February in the year of 2023. I have come again, this time around. If you never get your PVC, one kia run to your ward or wherever you register it and get your PVC, because 2023 election, the IPOB is not ready to boycott any election in Biafra land. The election is a free will. If you want to vote, you believe in Nigeria, then you go and vote. If you don't believe in Nigeria, you believe in Biafra, then stay back in your home. Nobody forcing you out. But to boycott the election or to say there's a seat at home during that 25th, where the election won't take place, my dear, anyone that give you that kind of news, but you know say the news na win it na bako na fake. Mazen Namdekano, he don't come hamaram. Imam Powerful don't come hamaram. Through every social media say nothing like boycotting election or sit at home during the electional period. So anyone that is coming to tell you now that there must be sit at home, that one is an enemy of Biafra land. Know it and you shall know peace. That is as simple as that. The Federal High Court is sitting in Abuja on Wednesday, granted the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazen Namdekano, the permission to apply for an order of mandamusu to compel the Department of State Service, DSS, to allow him to have unhindered access to his medical doctors. According to the justice, the trial justice Binta Iyako gave the ruling after she had an ex parte application. The embattled IPOB leader filed through his team of lawyers led by Prof. Michael Zekome San and Saifani Ejiofor. While adjourning the matter till February 21, the court directed Kano's legal team to serve all the relevant process of both the DSS and its Director General, who were cited as first and second respondents in the matter. Kano, in the lawsuit which marked FHC/ABJ/CS 234/2022, said he would need his doctors to conduct an independent examination to ascertain the state of his health. Specifically, he is praying to the court for an order granting him to apply for judicial review in the form of an order of mandamus, compelling the respondent to allow the applicant unhindered access to his medical doctors to enable them to conduct an independent examination of his present deteriorating health condition, as earlier ordered by the Federal High Court Abuja, Quorum, Honorable Justice BFM Echoke, on the 21st day of October 2021, and has required by the express provisions of Section 7 of the Anti-Torture Act of 2017, as well as an order of His Honorable Court granting leave to the applicant to apply for judicial review in the form of an order of mandamus, compelling the respondent to avail the applicant with all his medical records from the 29th day of June of 2021 till date. Everything must be brought to book, according to Binta Echoke of the Federal High Court, Abuja. Kano listed some of the records he will require from the DSS, including his admissions records, medical and clinical notes, nursing notes, observation charts, and documentation during treatment or stay in hospital, laboratory test results, pharmaceutical results, radiological scans, images and reports, blood transfusion records, psychotherapy and rehabilitative treatment records, clinical findings, as well as diagnosis and treatment prescribed records. On grounds upon which he filed the application, Kano noted that trial Justice Echoke had on October 21 of 2021 ordered that he should be allowed access to 3 persons of his choice, including his medical doctors. Kano argued that Section 7 of the Anti-Torture Act of 2017 provided that a person arrested, detained, or undergoing custodial investigation shall have the right to demand a physical and psychological examination by an independent and competent doctor of his own choice after interrogation, which shall be conducted outside the influence of the police or security forces. Respondents have repeatedly denied the applicant access to medical doctors of his choice to independently examine him, contrary to the order of the court made on 21st October of 2021. Can they obey this one? Because they have been flouting the orders of the court. Even to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they say Nehikaba. Grant him access to his doctor, they say Nehikaba. Ngwanamona take money so that when I go buy better food and better medicine, give them. When I say when I get money, Nehikaba. Which one now I want to obey? Okay, the only one I go obey now say, make on a buy Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and I go obey Abi. God is watching. And the expression provisions of Section 7 of the Anti-Torture Act of 2017, he added. In a verifying affidavit that was deposed to by one Chimwanya Emmanuel Kanu, told the court that prior to the time he was arrested, abducted in Kenya, and extraordinarily rendered back to Nigeria, he visited a specialist cardiologist, cardiologist every week for medical examination and treatment. According to the medical reports containing the medical history of the applicant, as was issued by the medical specialist managing the applicant before his abduction in Kenya, and extraordinary rendition to Nigeria are hereby attached and variously marked as exhibits Mazi Nnamdi Kanu 3, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu 4, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu 5, MNK. That notwithstanding the fact that the applicant has been discharged by an appellate court and his further detention prohibited, the applicant is still being held in solitary confinement in the custody of the respondent, where he is exposed to daily mental and psychological torture and the degradation of his human person and rights. Kanu alleged that upon his abduction in Kenya, he was subjected to various forms of brutal torture and inhuman treatment and degradation. all of which worsened his health condition, pursuant to which he suffered a mild cardiac arrest before he was smuggled back into the country. Applicant's health condition has continued to take a downward spiral since then. That various medical personnel that attended to the applicant while in custody had repeatedly informed him that they should not ascertain the reason for the depletion of potassium in the applicant's blood. That on various occasions, the medical personnel brought by the respondents took the applicant's blood sample and allegedly transported the same to South Africa for screening. And up to the present, there is no end in the sight for their trial and error medical. That all medical experts that have so far attended to this complex health situation of the applicants fail to medically fathom the explanation for the continual failure of viral treatments too far given to the applicant. Hence, their inquiries as to whether the applicant may have been injected with a dangerous substance by those that abducted him in Kenya before being forcibly smuggled into Nigeria. That the medical personnel attending to applicants in the custody of the respondents are oblivious of the cause of the applicant's health condition and are basically using the applicants as a genuine pig while carrying out a trial and error exercise, as they keep changing his drugs and increasing the dosage without any improvement whatsoever in his health condition. Attached and marked as exhibit MNK 6 is a copy of the applicant's medical report issued by the respondents. That the full medical history of the applicant as contained in his medical file with the detaining authority were deliberately suppressed, as the files of speedy depletion in his potassium content was clearly deleted from the medical report which the respondent issued to the applicant. So it was a now that the applicant Dr. Sifine Okorochukwu, who had gone to visit him on the 29th August of 2022 and 1st and 5th September of 2022 respectively, was denied access to him by the respondents in flagrant disregard to the order of the trial court made on the 21st day of October in the year 2021, which order directed that the applicant should be allowed access to 3 persons of his choice, which persons include his doctors, attached and marked as exhibit MNK 8. Copies of the letters forwarding the name of the doctor to the respondents. That following the continual refusal of the respondent to allow the applicant access to his medical doctor on the 12th of December 2022, the applicant, through his lead counsel, Chief Michael Echoke, son, wrote to the respondent and demanded that the applicant be given unhindered access to his own medical doctors and further for the applicant's comprehensive medical records. A copy of the said letter is hereby attached and marked as exhibit MNK 9. The respondent rather ignored the applicant's request to be availed to his medical records and access to his doctors. Kanu told the court that though the DSS refused to avail him with his medications, despite his deteriorating health condition on account of paucity of funds, it rejected 1 million naira that was raised by his family. It will be recalled that the Court of Appeal in Abuja had on October 13, 2022 quashed a 15-count terrorism charge the federal government entered against Kanu, even as it discharged and acquitted him. Following an appeal, federal government lodged before the Supreme Court, the Appellate Court on October 28, 2022 granted a stay of execution of each judgment to await the decision of the Appellate Court. That is where we are in this case of discharge and acquitted. And the good news there is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now will have full access to all his physicians, all his doctors. They will attend to him and make him to look healthy so that he can be fit to face whatever trial that the Fulani government of Nigeria or the cabals are meted upon him. So that is where it is at the moment. We are moving to the news of the new comedy being dropped by our comedian presidential candidate, or I know the name, Me, I no go call the name because I don't want anybody to come to report me. But I know the name already, so there's no point going into details. Dino Malaye mocks our Agbado ministry over gaffe that students will spend 8 years in school. Former Kogi Senator and chieftain of the People Democratic Party, where he named the Dino Malaye, defending minister, has reacted to the last gaffe committed by the All Progressive Congress APC presidential candidate Agbado ministry. I don't want to go into details, so I don't call anybody name. So if you come to my comment section and talk anyhow, I go block you. Taking to his Twitter account where he shared the video of the gaffe by Tinubu, Malaye described it as an air situation. Which one be air situation? Hey, Nigerians record that the presidential candidate of All Progressive Congress (APC) was in Osun State on Thursday for his presidential campaign. Tinubu, while addressing supporters of the APC at the APC presidential campaign rallies, spoke on his plan for education. The former governor of Lagos State, who spoke in the Yoruba language in a video spotted online, said Nigerians who have not gained admission and the ones who have gained admission can call him a bastard if they stay in their institution for more than 8 years. That means the strike will be helele. The general years for most courses in a higher institution is 4 years, of course, while courses like engineering, agriculture, and some others spend like 5 years in school, and medicine takes 6 good years. The APC presidential candidate probably had a plan of saying 4 years and not 8 years. Speaking during his presidential campaign, the APC presidential candidate said, "For those that have not gained admission and the ones that are in school, you can call me a bastard if you spend more than 8 years in school. You will use 8 years to study." Okay, we had you, my dear. You are doing well. Reacting to the video, which has gone viral on the internet and social media platforms, Malaye wrote, my God, 8 years, Bawoni, even medicine is 6 years. It is an air situation. Now so we take Siamo, and this one, with the word for Kiyamo, Bayo Nonoga, Adeola Yodele, all those liars, with the word for now, they're gonna come do what? They're gonna come reply, because I know say I must reply. Our Agbado minister say, Tinubu's Balabulu Bulaba is an intentional swag, according to Ayodele, the chieftain of APC. A chieftain of All Progressive Congress APC, Ayodele Adewale, has said that the party's presidential candidate Bola Ahmed Tinubu intentionally used the confusing and not meaningful slur word bulaba weeks ago to trend. Trending, okay, that's all the people they trend. But if another presidential candidate do this thing now, and I go use them make headline for TVC News, abi, and here on Liars Association of APC. The APC State Organizing Secretary, Lagos State Chapter, made the assertion while appearing live on Arise TV News morning show. Nigerians record that Tinubu, during a political engagement in Imo State back in 2022, made a blunder when he said a town hall different from Bulaba. Oh boy, this slogan, he off me completely. I swear to my God. Nigerians mocked the APC presidential candidate following the gaffes which trended on social media platforms. Speaking, however, during an interview, Adewale defended the former governor of Lagos State, saying the supposed gaffe was a slang. According to him, Tinubu intentionally made many of the supposed gaffe to get people's attention to draw himself them to his programs. Okay, now, but when you give him correction, he take correction. If not swag, okay, let's say not swag. If they give you correction, you can't take the correction. Unlike when he said that he made article, the Senate president, after article sold everything unsellable, and what remain now will remain only skeleton. Before the governor of which state said, okay, the governor of I think Cross River Calabar, the governor of Ben Ayade, Cross River, right, corrected him and said, Vice President, he take the correction. But to Ona say, okay, Keyamo wanted to defend him. He said what he meant is the article is a selling presidential candidate. Hey, defending what is not defendable. They don't talk am before, and they still talk am again. No, me talk am, na them talk am. Say, if you are defending APC, you must surely sound like somebody who don't drink ogogoro, and you must lie a lot to defend them, because everybody, even your own children, will be surprised, be looking at you and say, is this my daddy or another person? Because what you will be talking, even themselves, even child in the womb will say, child. Even devil said, devil they comot cap for APC defenders. If they comot cap, if they say, me wey be devil, I dey lie, but these people they lie past devil. They lie past me, according to devil, or not me. I no be devil. Speaking, however, during an interview, Adewale defended the former governor of Lagos State, saying the supposed gaffe was a slang. According to him, he intentionally made many of the supposed gaffes to get people's attention or to draw people's attention to his programs. Okay, now that is how to draw attention to programs, by making gaffes, by leaving the main issue of the day and dancing and making a bulabu. Okay, that is getting people's attention. Then when you get the attention finished, when they come, you will not tell them anything other than you will keep on criticizing A, criticize B and C, calling them names. You people are a disappointment to womanhood, manhood, yeah, a disappointment to Nigerian as a whole, to families and generations. I swear, you people have not been doing well for this country, and you people don't want anything good for this country, and yet you people are crying that the country is not good, the country is dying. Adewale says some persons are out there trying to water down the integrity of APC presidential candidate. He said, Aswaju was in Ogun State yesterday and he was dancing. Do you know the weight of an agbada? He said, Aswaju wears it and dances with it, he moves around. And so fucking what? Sorry, my dear, sorry for using the F word. Pardon me, please. I withdraw, I take it back. I take it back, oh, please, YouTube, I take it back. That is just slip of tongue. So it won't happen again. Tinubu is the only presidential candidate that has gone on more campaigns, daily campaigns, engaging with people for at least 18 hours a day. When asked about Tinubu's slow speech like Bulaba, Balabulu, Adewale said, there is something called swag. I might want to increase my social media trend to catch traction. Actually only use swag to captivate and capture attention, which he has achieved. So the more he uses the swag, it is a tactic. The more you use those swags, the more he gives you his program when you come in. Adewale retreated. Okay then, we hope that he keep on using those swags. Yeah? And he use it when he go to rest in his home, because Asrock is not a retirement home for old people. INEC office attack. Reno Mokiri tells IPOP what to do in the southeast. Former presidential aide Reno Mokiri has admonished the indigenous people of Biafra IPOP to metamorphose into a political party and democratically take control of all southeastern states to contest for a better Nigeria. Nigeria report that the social political activists said this in a reaction to incessant attacks on the facilities of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), which he accused the proscribed group of perpetrating. Recently, the INEC office in Ojoto, Idemili South local government area of Anambra State, was raided by hoodlums who reportedly used improvised explosive device, that is IEDs. The assailant reportedly killed a teenager when they attacked a police station in Nobi, in the same local government area. In a post on his verified Twitter page on Thursday morning, Omokli said, instead of IPOP destroying INEC offices, the separatists should learn from the Sinn Féin model of Northern Ireland. According to him, IPOP might achieve more for the Southeast as a political party than being a secessionist group. He tweeted, rather than destroy INEC offices, IPOP should study the Sinn Féin model of Northern Ireland. They are already popular in the Southeast. Why not metamorphose into a political party, democratically seize control of all southeastern states, and make them a model of good governance in Nigeria? In less than 4 years of politicking, Sinn Féin achieved more than Northern Ireland than 80 years of violence by IRA. Cooperation is always better than confrontation. IPOB may achieve more for Southeast in 1 year as a political party than in 100 years as a secessionist group. That is where the news of this very Reno Omokili advice to the IPOB in the Southeast. Biafra, IPOB have issued a warning to Atiku, Peter Obi, and Tinubu and others over Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Meanwhile, IPOB has warned all presidential candidates against using its detained leader Nnamdi Kanu to campaign ahead of the election. It's only Atiku that has used him to campaign. No other person. Obi have not done that. Neither do Tinubu done that. Nobody. Only Atiku said he will release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. Nigeria will recall that the Director General of the People Democratic Party PDP Presidential Campaign Council in Anambra State, Professor Obiora Okonkwo, had claimed that Atiku has a plan to restore peace in the Southeast, and releasing the IPOB leader is one of them. He also disclosed that a PDP presidential candidate wouldn't install permanent peace in parts of the country, especially the Southeast region. According to him, Atiku is the only candidate with a plan to address the Southeast situation to the region's benefit. He said, "I am saying this with every sense of responsibility that Atiku will grant Nnamdi Kanu unconditional release. That is in Atiku's agenda for permanent peace in the Southeast. In addition, he will also apply political solution to release those genuine IPOB agitators in detention without trial." But in a statement on Wednesday by East Media and Publicity Secretary Emma Powerful, IPOB asked the PDP to demand Nnamdi Kanu's release from the Department of the State Service. Yes, don't use it to campaign. Just the way that you people use PDP use second Niger Bridge to campaign for good how many years? 16 good years. PDP could not achieve anything. Now we want to use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to campaign. You have seen the weak people now. You have seen people that their bread is just empty. That is why you feel that you can use it to get their attention. One day, Buwa, the pro-Biafra group won Atiku. The All Progressive Congress candidate Bola Tinubu, Peter Obi of the Labour Party, and other presidential candidates not to use Nnamdi Kanu as a political bargaining chip for the Nigerian selection. You get it? If you don't get it, forget it. The last year but not the least, Udom is a small boy. Tinubu have been given 7 days ultimatum to apologize or face legal action, according to them. Some socio-cultural groups in Akwa Ibom State, Afihi, Iwad, Ekid, Akwa Ibom Integrity Alliance, and Mboho, Mparawa, Ibibio, have berated the presidential candidate of All Progressives Congress, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, over the derogatory remarks against the governor of the state, Udom Emmanuel Udom. The groups opined that Tinubu does not deserve the votes of the Akwa Ibom people and gave him 7 days to apologize or face legal consequences. Nigeria News recalled that Tinubu, during his presidential campaign rally in Uyo on Monday, had referred to the governor Emmanuel as a small boy who lives in his Tinubu backyard in Lagos. He said that boy Udom, where they call himself governor, tell him enough is enough. He lives in my backyard in Lagos. If no be say we be one, I would have driven him home. You see that mansion he is living. I will just put lizards, pigeons, and scorpions inside. Hey. Make gonna see bad mouth to make gonna see finish. Reacting, Governor Udom lamented that Tinubu disrespected the people of Akwa Ibom after enjoying access to state facilities in his rally. He subsequently appealed to the residents of the state to ignore the utterances from the former governor. However, the sociocultural groups, in their separate statements made available to journalists in Uyo on Wednesday, condemned the verbal attacks on the governor and Akwa Ibom people in general. The president of the Apex Ekid, the socio-cultural organization, Afig Iwad Ekid, 18 Bob formed over Tinubu's decision to ignore his manifesto and restore to personal attacks and smear campaign, according to them. He, however, urged other candidates to make their campaigns issue-based to avoid heating up the polity. We do not expect a statement like Tinubu to talk carelessly like an Agboro who lacks decorum. He should thank the governor for having a liberal mind and peaceful nature, for even releasing the state facility for him. Politicians all over the country should face their manifesto content and not personal abuses. Tinubu calling the governor a small boy that lives in his backyard show his level of lunacy and character. He will not have vote in Akwa Ibom. If what he did here was to be in Lagos, he wouldn't have gone out of that stadium. That shows that our youths are well behaved and calm. Of course, can anybody, no matter what, even a president of the nation now go to Lagos State, and say that Tinubu is a small boy, he lives in his backyard in Abuja if I like, and can chase him home? Can he do that? If he do that, he will not see way. They will burn that stadium, even including the president inside. But look at what you go to somebody's state. The state is PDP. They offer you everything that you needed. The place your helicopter landed or your flight landed belongs to that same state. They give you stadium, every state facility that they are maintaining, not with your own money. Yet you turn your back against them and start rendering abuses on them. That is safe finish, and it is not going to be tolerated, not now and not ever. So the INEC officials and the people and the security personnel, despite the fact they cannot do anything, even if you call them from now to tomorrow, they will still be looking at you like mumu. Let's continue, my dear. Also speaking, the chairman of Akwa Ibom Integrity Alliance, Stephen Abia, gave Tinubu 7 days ultimatum to retract his statement and apologize to the governor or face legal action. He said, "We consider as worrisome the threat to the life of the governor of Akwa Ibom State in the shabby outburst by Mr. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We also take serious exception to such unwarranted, unfortunate, and uncontrollable height of vituperation by Mr. Tinubu on our state and the people as the governor. Mr. Odom Emmanuel, without mincing words, is the face of Akwa Ibom." In another statement, the international president of Mboho, Mparawa Ibibio, Akparawa James Edet, said Tinubu's statement was capable of inciting strife between Ibibios and their Yoruba brethren, with whom they have cohabited for decades without any rancor, according to them. So as on a hear na so the thing take be. And na here we go march forward to carry our kaya, they go back home, because we don't try for now today for this very news where we bring to now. At least I know say e go torture our heart, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Hamadike one of Igbo land, he don't get approval and full access to all his physicians and all his doctors. So na so the thing will be. So my dear people, now here we go take go. If you never subscribe to this channel, I beg make it try to subscribe. Make it turn on the notification button so that you'll be notified each time we go live or we post anything new on this channel or any other one related to Kute Daily Talk. Please, and please, I still beg you, go and get your PVCs, because your PVC is your power and your vote will surely count. If you want the best for Nigeria, then get your PVCs and make sure you vote on that very day. If you want the best for Nigeria, go and get your PVC. I repeat myself again. Do not complain tomorrow that Nigeria is not good, though. This one is not good, that one is not good. Go and get your PVC. It is needed, and you must surely exercise your fundamental human rights to vote and defend your vote. That is the only way that tomorrow you can wake up and say the people that have voted, they are not doing well. But when you don't vote, you don't have every right or any right to criticize anybody. This is Otako happen no. If onye mana aso, ya so onu igwe, ima kwana aso, nwanne, ya so nana, o ga su je mkporo oku. According to Igbo adage, say egbe bere ugo bere, nkesi ibe ye bere. Nku akwakwana ya o, not ukukwa ya, but ya go see again ebo ga ebe. That is na so the thing be o, and so we take siam. So my good people, na waka de waka so, may the Almighty Chukwu oke abia mo ye pri mere ye niile bless us leke, bless us n'orie afọ and nkwaya na n'oge na anọ. And na so we go take close this broadcast. Bye for now. Kemesiano.